Meet the man, the myth, the exhausted guy. Model, average male, updated. System boot sequence. Searching for energy. 404, energy not found. Fine, loading coffee in emergency mode. Everything's on point. Texture smoothed out, smile glued on. In the mirror, I'm basically a walking billboard for the ideal human. Outside, I'm a rock. Inside, my processor is literally melting while I scroll through the list of everything I owe by 8 a.m. Let's see, I owe the wife a renovation, the boss a report, the kids a new console, and I owe the world the title of a real man. Have you seen the manual for that? It's got more pages than the blueprints for a nuclear reactor. And that's when it starts. Hear that? No, it's not the neighbors. That hum is right inside my skull. It kicks in every time someone says, "Come on, you're a man, you should handle it. Shouldn't complain. Should meet the standards." Feels like someone pressed play on a rusty conveyor belt inside me, and I'm back on the assembly line, being carved into a perfect part. Hey you, yeah, you behind the screen. Listen, does it feel like a factory just powered up in your head as soon as you heard, "You're a man," right? Familiar, isn't it? You know that feeling when you're walking home and your legs are like, "Hey, how about not today?" And you take a wrong turn? I ended up so deep in the industrial zone that even my GPS shamefully gave up on me. Rusty gates, peeling workshops, it feels like someone forgot to finish rendering the textures of our perfect city here. And then, there it is, a door that looks like it was put there specifically for me to crash into. The sign says, "The Factory of Perfect Men, Staff Entrance." Oh, of course. So that's where it is. The secret lair where they carve deodorant ad heroes out of regular guys. I thought, okay, system, you caught me. Let's see if they finally fix my brain, or at least give me a manual on how not to be exhausted by noon. The hum in my head turned into a full-blown symphony. It was like my internal processor finally found its home Wi-Fi. I pulled the handle, just for laughs, to prove to myself that this was all just nonsense. The door opened so easily, it was like they'd been waiting for me my whole life. I stepped inside and immediately wished I had a pass and a spare set of nerve cells. Ugh, looks like I've stumbled into the dress rehearsal of a very strange future, or a very familiar past. The scale is insane. A workshop the size of 3 football fields where mechanical arms stamp out faces with terrifying precision? No, wait, not faces. Masks. Thin plastic, perfectly smooth. Let's check the inventory. Here's the Always Calm model, a bestseller I assume. Next to it, Never Cries. Oh, and here's my favorite, Provides for Everyone, and its loyal sidekick, the No Complaints mask. You know what's the creepiest part? I'm looking at this conveyor and I realize I have the full collection at home. I've been swapping them for years. One for the boss, another for my wife, a third for the neighbor, just so he doesn't think I've got issues. We aren't building humans here. We're stamping out spare parts for society. We're taught to put on these ideal parameters before we even learn to tie our shoes. Put it on and get on the belt. Tight? Tough it out. You're a luxury class model. Hey, you. Yeah, you frozen in front of your monitor. Let's be real. Right now, which mask are you wearing? How many of them are in your wardrobe? Huh? Isn't it time to admit that behind all that plastic, you've been struggling to breathe for a long time? I expected security, sirens, maybe some attack dogs, but I only found him, the old engineer, the master of this massive human stamping plant. He didn't look like a villain. He looked like the accountant of my conscience. He looked at me over his glasses and simply said, "Ah, model number 001. We've been waiting. You've accumulated quite a few unpaid shifts." Can you believe it? Turns out I work here. Every casual "I'm fine" when I was screaming inside, that was a finished shift. Every "yeah, I've got this" through clenched teeth, that was overtime. I've been slaving away at this factory for years, with no idea I was their employee of the month. He led me to the edge of the floor and said, "You have 2 paths.
First, go back. Your belt is greased, your masks are updated, everything is familiar, comfortable, gray. Or, he nodded toward an old rusty door at the end of the hall. Or a full audit, a total factory reset. We strip off all the masks at once. Warning, it's going to hurt because no one knows what's left under the plastic, or if there's anything alive left at all. So, here I am, standing between the comfortable role of the perfect man and the chance to just be human, whispering, what would you choose if you knew that behind that door was total darkness?
The master led me to the inner sanctum, the workshop called Always Strong. You know, the place where they manufacture the most boring guys on Earth. And judging by the exhibits, I'm a platinum sponsor here. Oh, look at this, my favorite episode. Me 3 years ago, working 14-hour shifts, my eye twitching to a techno beat, and when the boss asks how I am, I go, everything's great, I'm full of energy. And here I am as The Rock. Lost everything, got a hole inside the size of the Grand Canyon, but my face is like a bronze monument. Level 80 stoicism. Friends ask, how are you? And I drop my catchphrase, everything's under control. The master says, see, this mask is held together by one glue only, your own lies. To make it crack, you need to do something truly extreme. Admit it, out loud. I look at my hologram and realize being a stone isn't cool. It's just hard and very lonely. To get out of here, I have to say the forbidden words, the ones that cause a short circuit in real men. Whoa, looks like one mask just went to the scrap heap. Hey champ, let's test your mask's durability. Is there someone you never dared to tell, you know, I was actually terrified back then? Try it. It's a bigger rush than skydiving.
Welcome to my personal hell with a cashback offer, a workshop called The Money Machine. This is where they stamp the mask that fuses to your face forever. It's called Earn or Die. Oh, here come my greatest hits. Check out the short film series titled I'll Rest Later. Spoiler alert, later never actually came. And look at me at 3 a.m. trying to defeat an Excel spreadsheet. See that look? There's no life in it, just a dollar sign and a desperate wish to sleep sometime in the next 5 years. It's simple. The system uploaded a firmware update to my brain. Your value equals your bank balance. No money, no man. Just a sad spare part. So I kept pulling. Bills, loans, upgrades. I turned into a walking ATM that's always insufficient funds for my own self. The master laughs. Hey, model number 001. You're chasing that carrot so fast your sneakers are worn down to the bone. Stop the belt. Say it. I look at this endless stream of numbers and I realize, firmly, I am not a wallet with legs. I'm not just a bill-paying function. I am a living human being, and I have the right to just be, even if the only thing in my pocket today is air. Silence. Seems the world didn't end, the banks didn't collapse, and me? I feel like I just dropped 2 tons of useless gold off my shoulders. Hey there, investor. When was the last time you felt like something more than just a mortgage-paying machine? Try turning off your internal counter for a second. Bet you'll be surprised who's left standing there. And here we are, the home stretch. A workshop called Shut Up and Take It. Honestly, it's the quietest place in the factory. No one screams here, they just swallow. They swallow insults like free snacks at a buffet. Look, there I am, a world-class pro at high-speed swallowing of toxic jokes. Oh, come on, don't act like a weakling, someone says to me, and I just smile back, like a dolphin, kind, convenient, and absolutely dead inside. The master shows me my stock. See these masks? They aren't plastic, they're cast in high-grade concrete. Every time I kept quiet and didn't say, I don't like this, another layer was added. In the end, I became a perfect monolith. Not a single emotion gets out alive. The engineer whispers, you know why you're so heavy? It's not big bones, it's tons of words you were too afraid to say because you didn't want to upset anyone. Want to lighten the load? Just tell the truth, your truth. I look at that concrete casting and I let it out. Firmly. I didn't like that. It hurt like hell, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise anymore. Whoa, looks like the concrete couldn't take the pressure. Air.
I can feel the air finally hitting my lungs. Hey, soldier, you do it too, don't you? A smiley face in a chat instead of telling them to go to hell? A grin for the boss when you want to throw a cactus at him? Try just not swallowing it, just once. It's terrifying, but damn, it feels good to breathe again.
The master led me to the warehouse. Actually, no, this looks more like a cemetery for plastic hopes. Mountains, literal Everests made of masks, and every single one is identical. Millions of Ideal Man version 2026. Thousands of tired faces frozen forever in waiting for approval mode. And the creepiest part? Look, many of these masks are empty. The owners left. They were discontinued without ever getting their turn to actually live. I'm looking at this scrap heap and I realize I'm not some unique sinner. I'm just another part that the system exploited until the gears ground down. And understand, kid, the system wasn't evil. It was just mindless. It needed bolts to turn the wheels, and you volunteered to be the toughest bolt in the box. You know, it's like finding out you're not cursed. You just put on someone else's suit that was 5 sizes too small, and you wore it for years, terrified of ruining the fit. God, I was a walking billboard for other people's expectations. I'm standing in the middle of this junkyard, and I can feel the fake skin peeling off me like old paint. I don't want to be a perfect part anymore. I want to be, well, just me. Cracks, bugs, and all. Hey you, warehouse keeper. Look at your life. How many of other people's expectations are you carrying every day, pretending it's your own skin? Don't you think it's time to clean out your wardrobe?
The master led me to a corner that definitely wasn't on the official evacuation plan. A tiny workshop. No robots, no conveyors, just a table, a mirror, and a weird set of spare parts I would have been terrified to even touch before. You know what was laying there? Stuff the main factory considers defective. Fatigue, tenderness, a little bit of fear, a pinch of anger, and dreams that I'd pushed to the back of the shelf since kindergarten. The master nodded at the mirror. Well, designer, try to assemble something of your own, not by the manual, but by the soul. I picked up vulnerability. Whoa, heavy stuff. But when you try it on, it turns out you don't have to spend your life waiting for a punch anymore. I added a part called I don't know. Do you know how cool that sounds? The tension in my neck just vanished. No more pretending to be a guru on everything from quantum physics to frying the perfect steak. Then I added asking for help. Turns out it's not a bug. It's like an external battery. You just connect with other people and stop short-circuiting in total isolation. I looked at myself in the mirror. It wasn't a cover model superhero looking back. It was a guy with laugh lines, with eyes that showed fear, but at the same time, an immense strength. The strength to be alive. And damn, I like this guy way more than that plastic copy I've been hauling around for 30 years. I walked out that door and headed home. Same route, same rusty gates, same people buried in their phones. The world hadn't changed. I had. In my pocket, I wasn't clutching a new ultra male mask, but a small key, my personal access code to life. The right to say no when people try to bend me. The right to say, this is incredibly hard right now, instead of playing the Titan. The right to just breathe rather than acting out a role in someone else's script. Look, I still have obligations to my wife, my kids, my work, but now I'm not paying those debts out of fear of being defective. I'm doing it because I want to. And that's a whole different level of the game. My friend, if you recognized yourself in this story, if you hear that hum in your head and feel the mask digging into your skin, you're probably an employee at that factory too, clocking in shift after shift, hoping someone at the top will shut down the conveyor. But the secret is, you are the master. Only you can hit the stop button. Only you can rip off the plastic. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for the system to crash. Take the mask off right now. Subscribe to your real life. Write in the comments, which mask did you leave at the junkyard today? Share this with someone who's also stuck on the belt. Time to step into the light. They've been waiting for you, the real you.